Someone's in the kitchen with Nerd Bacon. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Nerd Bacon. And welcome to the Game Tasty Show.
Well, that'll be a good one to edit out.
I took the whole intro and thought of that. That's how lazy I am today.
Note everybody. To self, longer intro next time.
Yeah, give me more time to be clever. Welcome to the Game Tasty Show, the official podcast of Bacon.com. The tastiest place to get your gaming fix on the internet. I am one of your hosts, editor-in-awesome at Bacon.com. I am Jeff Roth.
And I'm Dave the Watchman.
And I'm Level Up Justin.
And of course, we are live. We got no talking head down there. Yes. From Old School Gamer Magazine, we have the one and only Brad Feingold.
Hello,
Hey, Brad.
hello.
Hey.
How are we doing?
He is, recovering, and we are all here for him.
Yes.
Of course, we're live on twitch.tv/nerdbacon, mixer.com/nerdbacon. We're on Smashcast, where Justin's on for the first time.
Yeah.
How is it? How's the view on Smashcast? Is it smashing?
I mean, it's smashing.
Yeah.
It's so smashing that I'm excited.
Oh, good.
I can see myself on YouTube.
And we're also on YouTube at the Nerd Bacon
Yes.
channel there. Also for your audio fix on Spotify, on Anchor, on Podbean, on Stitcher, wherever you get your audio fix, soon to be iTunes. That's the goal. Like the hashtag quest for iTunes is where we're at now. So we'll be there.
That's right.
Welcome to the show. Luckily, gentlemen, it is a snowy, crappy day here in the Midwest.
I was hoping that winter had forgotten all about us, and then within the past week or so, it's just all smacked right into us.
Well, it did forget us and then remembered us all in one go.
It was like, hey, remember me?
Yeah.
It's just totally unpredictable. Like when I was in Arizona, it was supposed to be decent during the last week of 2018, but no, it just has to be nice and cold and rainy and windy.
How cold
dreary.
and rainy and windy was it in Arizona when you were there?
40 degrees on New Year's Eve.
Terrible.
God, I feel so bad for you.
Rainy, and so my daughter wanted me to walk down to the pool with her. So there we are walking down the street in our bathing suits, and everybody from Arizona is like, "Oh, look, tourists."
That's a damn image I didn't want to see.
I know, right?
That, yeah. We are here. We are alive, and we are ready. Yeah, look at that beautiful face there from Rutscar in chat. Oh, it's my bronze face right there. That's also on my chest.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I know, right? Self-promotions. Boys, we had a bit of a lull in the news as of this past week. We got spoiled in the first of the month.
Just a little bit.
So really not a whole lot to talk about this week that is impactful. So we figured we'll take this time to talk about a couple things that happened. I mean, we did talk about the Resident Evil 2, first of all. We'll start here.
Absolutely.
Because RE2 is a big deal and is coming out this Friday. The RE2 remake is coming out very, very soon. The one-shot demo was up. Many people played it. I did get a chance to watch it and saw the trailer at the end. I am not a Resident Evil person. I am not a survival horror person. I'm not a horror person per se.
Did anybody here play it?
I didn't play. Is it still available? I've got it downloaded.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
It's still available. I don't like. Obviously, if you haven't played it, you still get that 30 minutes. Like none of your time's been used, so I think you're still good.
Maybe we'll try that out tonight. That would be a good one.
Yeah, you get a half hour total, and you get one chance to actually do the demo. I did watch over on Giant Bomb. I did watch them actually run through the entire thing and get the trailer at the end.
Oh, nice.
And I don't know if you want spoilers, but the trailer is out there.
No, I'm going to try it on my own.
Okay, yeah, there's no real big story spoilers. There's some cool stuff in there for RE fans, but it's cool and it looks tremendous. Like the graphics and it looks amazing.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was not able to see it. I'm not going to plug where I'm staying or anything. I'm at a hotel right now for the rest of the week, but my internet is kind of limited. So the only thing I can unfortunately do is talk to you guys and play Fortnite on my Switch.
You have a sad life.
Right? I mean, I have heard of worse things.
It's I've tried to play Overwatch over and over, and it won't connect. So
I would go insane.
I know, right?
If you were playing Fortnite on like a cell phone, that would be bad.
Yeah,
that was your only means of Fortniting.
Right,
no. That would be terrible. I would just go sit in a hot tub and just turn into a prune if I had to deal with that.
That's
so.
the life. Of course, I'm getting old, so I'm going to be a prune before you know it anyway. I feel like I've got 3 good years left before I'm completely a prune.
Before you get into
oh man,
yeah.
I think I've reached that grumpy old man part of life.
You just give it 3 more years. When you get to my age.
I've been saying words that makes you go, why am I just so grumpy?
And then does anybody else feel like they're not like keeping up with like the lingo or keeping up with anything like all these like the new like music or the new anything new? And you're like,
I don't want to.
Well, I mean, even then you're like, man, am I becoming that grumpy old man now?
Oh,
I'm still stuck on Bye Felicia. It's.
By the way, I want to give a shout out to Dynamic Pulse, who is our newest follower on Twitch. Thank you so much for the follow, Dynamic Pulse.
Hello.
And welcome to the Game Tasty Show.
That's right. We're here every Tuesday night.
Speaking of weird words, I've been trying to cut down on my swearing and stuff while I play games. So I find myself, playing through Spider-Man and just getting tore up and just like yelling, Frankenbeans.
Nah.
It's weird, but that's where I am in my life now.
I was streaming some Overwatch last night, and with some really poor play from some teammates, I got a little swear happy. I'm like, oh, I'm on stream.
I was playing with you.
Maybe, yeah. Were you sucking at your job? Were you not going to play your class?
Probably.
Were you not healing me? Why am I standing next to the payload?
Did I have to carry your ass too?
No, because you'd be playing in ranked and I'd be playing just in casual.
I was doing quick play last night because I wanted to get that new Ana skin, that Bastet skin. I got that done, so.
Speaking of which, didn't I just hear that there's going to be a new character coming out? A pig of some sort? I heard. Or there's. I don't know where I saw it, but there's a new character coming out, and all it said in the caption was "oink."
Huh.
I wonder because the year of the pig is coming for the New Year event. The Chinese New Year event's coming.
Yes.
And it's the year of the pig.
So it'll be Roadhog's month.
The skins they showed, the new Reinhardt skin, the new Killbjorn skin. I think Hanzo's getting a skin. They all look. The Reaper is getting a Lubu skin. Looks a badass.
I did see that one.
It looks great. So that starts the 24th is when that event starts.
One other thing, if you're really into Overwatch and if you like Legos, Lego just released 3 or 4 sets of Overwatch Legos.
Ooh,
nice.
You can get them at Target, Walmart, anywhere. There's one that's got Kenji and Hanzo. There's one that's got Ana and Reinhardt. And I can't remember what the other one was, but there's and they're supposed to have a Bastion and another one coming out.
Nice.
Let me put my conspiracy theory tinfoil hat on for just a second here.
All right, here we go.
Here we
go.
Be
fun.
Do you think that the Overwatch Lego sets could lead to something like Lego Overwatch, a game?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's a good question.
They've done it with everything else.
I only use the best tinfoil.
That's right.
I don't think Blizzard would do that because they're kind of undercutting themselves at that point, right?
But let's say, what type of game would it be? Would it be like a collectathon, like the other Lego games?
Yeah.
How about instead of a proper like Lego, how about like a Lego level in Overwatch?
That would be cool.
That would be
down
cool.
with that. Yeah.
I mean, you can't make a Lego game that is Overwatch because there already is Overwatch.
See a big hamster ball made out of Legos rolling at you.
Yeah.
I don't know. If they made it something like Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or something like that, then I think they could do it.
Yeah,
they don't have to have every character, but they could have like, Winston and some of those characters in there.
I could see it.
Yeah. It's cartoony enough.
RE2 is Friday. Anyway.
Copyright Bacon if they make money off of it, so you want to make sure that's
there you go.
Yeah. Also, what happened last week? So last week, first of all, again, real quick shout out and thanks to our boys, Nick Desant and Steven Scalabrino.
Oh, yeah.
For stopping in and talking to us about their motion capture work they did on the Mortal Kombat games and the Injustice series. All went up to Mortal Kombat 11. The big reveal happened last Thursday. Justin and I watched it live. Watched it.
Well,
we watched along with it that night.
Yeah, we kept away from anything on social media.
Right, and Dave was teasing us the entire day. You'll love it. Oh my gosh, Mortal Kombat. That's awesome.
Was I right, though?
You're right.
Oh, yeah.
Now that I've had a few days to kind of sit on it and kind of dwell on what I just saw, I can't wait.
It's so good.
Hype is through the roof. I've been watching some video because, again, Giant Bomb, they were there. They recorded some video of them actually playing this current build. Oh, my God. My God.
Yeah. I mean, there's some things that I've listened to, like, Maximilian dude talk about. Like, he has a bunch of footage. Over I think he had a couple hours of footage that he was able to gather. It sounds like they were pretty set up for a lot of these streamers and YouTubers that came in because they basically had everything set up for them. All they had to do was plug in a flash drive or a hard drive of some sort, and they could just walk out with their footage right there and then.
Sure.
So that was really cool of NetherRealm to do that, and Warner Brothers, of course. Yep. But some of the footage is out there, and the things I've heard, like there's a few things. We don't want to get too nerdy maybe on this exact show, but there's a few things that like maybe they'll change, but maybe that they're not quite done with. But I mean, yeah, it looks so good.
The game is out in 3 months, and I'm assuming the build they showed at that event. Obviously, I think the game is much farther along internally than the one let on because it's coming out in 3 months. They got to go through certification and all that
with a beta before. Essentially a stress test before.
They started working on it like they said last week on our show. They started working on Mortal Kombat 11 like right after 10. So
right. Exactly. So they're out in time to get some bugs fixed before Evo. But after all this, that special super duper version is $300. Are you guys going to bite on that?
God, no. No.
That's
silly.
No.
I'm sorry. $300 for a special edition, if anything, is just outrageous.
To quote Dave, that was God, no.
Yeah.
I think what Dave just said.
You have a hard time getting me to pay $60 for a game anymore, let alone $3. If it were Chrono Trigger 2, then take my money. But
do you have any idea? Do you have any idea how guilty I feel paying 49 cents just to get a game off of Switch nowadays?
That's a good point. That is a good point.
Yeah, especially in today's day and age when games, with the, inflation and everything and games not going up in price, really. They've been at 60 for quite some time.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, even then, like, I'll put it this way. I'm pre-ordering the game one way or the other.
Right.
I told you guys I kind of did some pre-orders, got a few games locked down. I pre-ordered that edition with the knowledge that I'm probably not going to get that edition. I'm probably going to end up going with like either the base game or the premium. I don't know if I can pull the trigger on a $300 flood essentially.
If that was like $150 or $200, I would consider
I'd bite it $150.
But
if I win the lottery next week, maybe.
There you go.
I'll buy one for every one of you.
Even after I won the lottery.
I'll definitely. Oh, speaking of which, bring in the raid. Thank you, Dynamic, for the raid. By the way, new friend Dynamic, bringing the raid of people.
Hey, nice.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna get that middle version, that $100 premium version, because I'm assuming it comes with the game and like the season pass and whatever. But I think I'm gonna go that route and get that middle version. But I might just reserve the super version just to have that in case I do want to go that route. That way it's there for me in case I do decide to do that, depending on my tax return, right?
Well, and I got something I can't really go too detailed on, but I'm getting a settlement of some sort, so that might end up being just a gift to myself. It's money that I'm getting that I wasn't expecting. So
is this your other arcade machine? You have 2 arcade 1-up machines in there right now.
I do, but I can't talk about the settlement part. But yes, I do have the arcade 1-up machine.
I want to hear more about the settlement part. Is this your side job of pretending to slip the ball in supermarkets?
We could talk about that offline, 100%. I promise that. But but $300 is way steep, and I don't feel like you get a lot for $300. Because with other games, you get quite a bit for $300. Or, I mean, at least you're getting the game in this edition, but even that hood, the mask and the hood, I don't even know if
it looks cool, but I don't think it's
cool, but
that much money
is it
cool?
No,
well, somebody can make it for you cheaper.
Yeah, and we don't even know if it comes off. We don't even know if it's wearable. First off,
like
not that I would say I parade it around, but
can it be 3D printed?
It's very possible.
Sore subject. All right, moving on. No, that game's coming out in April 23rd, I want to say is the actual date, but I cannot wait for that, which is a good segue into later on. But Dave, do you want to talk more MK? Do you want to get to some quick numbers that you had?
Let's just go. Let's go get some quick other things. I wanted to say I was watching the Street Fighter V finals for Frosty Faustings.
Oh
in Chicago this past weekend.
Yeah.
First off, good tournament. Really surprised and delighted to see El Chacote coming in second. That dude was on a tear. I've been following this kid for a while. He's been doing the grind for a while since Street Fighter V came out. But this was like his big moment. Comes in on winner's side to the grand finals. Poor guy gets run over by Punk the God.
Oh.
Yeah. Just Punk the God puts on a heck of a clinic there. But good tournament overall. Awesome to see El Chacote coming in and beating some major people to get in to grand finals. So keep your eyes out on that kid. He's going to do... Well, he's probably not a kid anymore, but keep your eyes out on El Chacote. He's a
kid to us.
Yeah.
Did
you do the work?
Speaking of Frosty that tournament, did you ever see our friend... oh, God, I'm blanking on his name right now. Windjammer's hype man.
Frankie Sisto.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Frankie. Yeah, Frankie. Because he posted that big challenge on anybody who would take him down. He would give like some money to.
Yeah, I didn't catch that tournament, but we'll have to get him on the show sometime soon.
Yeah, I got to get a friend of the site, Frankie Sisto. Sorry, I forgot. I blanked on his name. It's been a bad week, okay?
It's okay.
It's winter has set. Winter has come. Okay,
it has.
Well, I'll help move things along for you then. You were talking about numbers. NPD just released their sales data for December and the end of 2018. Red Dead Redemption 2 takes the top spot for #1 game of the year in sales, only out since October. Pretty amazing. Yeah. But then coming in at #2, only out since December, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. That's pretty astounding that it, less than a month out, it comes in at #2 for the year. So that's just astounding. Switch had a really strong December, so they came in as the #1 system of 2018.
I wonder why they had a strong December.
Because of Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Everybody was holding off to get a Switch for that. Yeah, so what do you think? To me...
Delete.
Looking for
Delete.
Hey, what is up?
Delete.
Ready Up
Delete.
Brah. Ready Up Brah
is our
new
follower on Twitch. Thanks so much for the follow, Ready Up Brah, and welcome to the Game Tasty Show. Here's the story spin that I was thinking. It took until December for the Switch, still a relatively new console, to come in and finally overtake PlayStation 4, a 5-year-old console, in sales. So while everybody on the Twitterverse is celebrating the fact that the Switch is #1, and they should, does it show that sales of the Switch throughout the year were nowhere near what Nintendo or anybody else was expecting, that they had to wait until December before they could finally overtake?
Yeah, and... Because what did it end up getting second last year? Was it second to PS4 in 2017 in the year prior?
Do
you remember off the top of your head?
But remember the Switch in 2017 was only out from March to December.
Right. Well, and then I had heard a little rumor right before we went on that, or like seen a little rumor that like was the one of the classic systems technically like considered hardware and the #2 best-selling console. Is that true?
No, that's
you guys
not
see
true.
this?
I don't believe so. By the way, while you're looking that up, Dabbensloth has just followed us on Twitch. Thank you so much for the follow, Dabbensloth, and welcome again to the Game Tasty Show.
God, I tell you, people showing up for this. People like us.
Indeed. But anyway, I thought
so Switch had a good December. Yes.
Yeah. Everybody is always like poring over the NPD data, so Call of Duty,
Right.
I think, was number 3 for the year. Call of Duty Black Ops 4. So
Oh, sure.
the
As
mighty is
expected.
not falling yet.
How much stock do you put into NPD numbers?
Delete.
A lot.
Delete.
Okay.
Well,
Delete.
I would say quite a bit, just because it's very telling of future moves, I feel like.
Delete.
Well, the thing is, like, the Switch was the best-selling console of the year. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to carry that into next year. In fact, I think there's going to be some stumbling blocks along the way, namely the upcoming PS5. Namely, when Amazon launches their thing, Apple launches their thing, Google gets their thing. So I think Nintendo's on the right track, but how much of that is because of Smash and how much is January through November?
And that's, not sure
Right.
on that.
Plus, the Switch S is coming out this year, so who knows? NPD numbers are great, but
I sure hope
see.
so. Mine's starting to make a funny sound. I'll have to show you guys. I'm not even joking.
Couple of quick thank yous. What the
Delete.
Ethan is our newest follower
Delete.
on Twitch. What the Ethan,
Delete.
thank you so much for the follow.
Delete.
And
Delete.
50 bits. We
Delete.
appreciate it.
Delete.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah.
Get it up.
Hello.
Zach Kaka. I'm probably butchering that. I apologize if I am.
Zachaka?
Zachaka. I'll take it.
Zachaka?
Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Game
Yes.
Tasty Show, everybody. We're so
Wow.
happy that you're here. Always
That's
Game and
right.
Tasty over here on Nerd Bacon.
So does this? I mean, Sony had a weak end of last year. They because they tailed off. They didn't have PSX. They really didn't do much at the tail end of last year
Right.
to help their stock any. So they're kind of behind the 8 ball right now, in my opinion. I think right now, and the company no one's talking about in this sentence right now is Microsoft, and the fact that they are having a great trend up. The fact that they're buying out these great companies like Playground Games, like maybe Bungie, who knows? But they're making the right moves for, holy crap, thank you, Dynamic Pulse, for the 5,000 bits.
Whoa, thanks.
All right.
Okay.
Woo.
I had to stop my sentence there because that popped up on the screen. Wow, off train of thought. But Microsoft is still the company to watch going forward. Sony needs to make some right moves with the PS5 because they are behind the 8 ball right now. They're behind. And all of their patents are leading towards them making a Switch thing for PS5. I don't know what Sony's doing. Microsoft right now is the company to watch next year.
Yeah, Microsoft, I think, is in
Sure.
the best position. Who knows
I
what's
agree.
happening with Sony? I still feel like there's some sort of hybrid portability aspect to the PlayStation 5, but I don't know for sure. There was some new stuff that leaked today about like the processing power behind the PlayStation 5, so it certainly doesn't seem that the core of the system is going to be hybrid, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be a hell of a 2019. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And
Yeah.
like we're already seeing dominoes fall, as far as a bunch leaving Activision and that sort of thing. And of course, Amazon getting into the business and all these streaming
Verizon.
services, like Verizon, like the gaming landscape here in 3 or 4 months is going to be way different than what it is right now.
Yeah, if you guys haven't, I'm gonna do a little selfless plug here. If you guys haven't, go read Dave the Watchman. Go read his article over on nerdbacon.com.
That's
The
you.
Verizon article he put up, it's phenomenal. I've read it 2 or 3
That got
times
you
myself.
shadow banned.
So yeah, shadow banned.
It was
No,
so
but
good it got us banned.
it got
I
so
don't know
good.
about that. I don't know about that.
Yeah, but I've read it a couple times just to make sure I completely am on board and understand everything where things are going. But yeah, it's a really good article if you haven't check that out yet. So
And your prediction article, which you finally got done.
yes,
I
yes.
know it's a 4,000 word behemoth, but we finally got it out.
Yeah, everybody in the chat, we are from nerdbacon.com. We are all freelance. Myself, Justin, and Dave are freelance journalists at nerdbacon.com, and Brad's here from oldschoolgamermagazine.com.
Yes.
Shall we go into our just games we're looking forward to of this year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Let's
Feeling
do
good?
it.
Feeling great? All right. So the bacon of this episode is going to be us kind of talking about our top 5+ most anticipated games of 2019. Now, for the Nerd Bacon Game Awards, which you should watch in the archives,
Absolutely.
we gave the award to Mortal Kombat 11 because it was kind of the site's kind of
Correct.
general game we're looking forward to this year. And after seeing more of that at the reveal event, yes.
Absolutely.
So
I do just have one quick question about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
I haven't not talked to you guys since I've even seen the Mortal Kombat trailer. The graphics for the game are incredible.
yes.
The just the visuals overall are incredible.
Yes.
The sound effects are incredible.
Yes.
The voiceovers are incredible.
Yes.
What was the motivation behind the music
Oh,
You
like
talking
the
about
hip
for
hop?
the trailer?
for the trailer?
I thought it was fine. I thought it
They've
was
done
something
it. They
different.
did it in MKX as well.
Yeah.
So it's
I don't
just them
remember that.
going. Yeah, they did it with an MKX. They actually had Wiz Khalifa for MKX.
And
It just wasn't as prominent. But if you go back and watch it, that's who they had for that trailer. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I think they're just kind of being more modern with the times, I guess. I don't know.
I miss the techno, I guess.
it's a trailer. It's not going to be in the actual game.
Well, no, I know that, but I mean, if you're watching a movie and you see a Star Wars movie, and the minute you hear that the first orchestrated tempo or whatever it is, you know it's going to be Star Wars. You know it's going to be awesome. When I heard this music, I had no idea what I was getting ready to watch.
Well,
Did you
does Mortal
see
Kombat,
Raiden punching squirt? Yeah.
Does Mortal
no,
Kombat
yeah, I
have a
did see that.
definitive theme song?
Yes.
Originally, it was the techno music.
Right. Which, I mean, that I whenever I hear that, I do kind of go with look at Mortal Kombat, but I also think of the movie more than I think of the games. Even though I do think of the games, for me, when we were talking about the arcade 1-up Mortal Kombat machine, I still kind of hear some of that darker music that is in Ultimate MK3, for example.
Sure.
Even I was just playing X the other day, for example. I guess I wasn't really too worried about that. I didn't even think twice about it really until after I went back and watched some other people react about it. But
I didn't mean to squirrel the moment.
No, not at all.
That's a good question because it was brought up by our guest last week too.
Would you stop worrying about things that you say, Brad? As long as you're just, you're cool with us, you're fine. All right.
All right.
Knock it off, you a-hole. Anyway. Round table discussion. Justin, you want to say some words? Fine.
All I was going to say is we're going into 2019. 2019 most anticipated games.
Yes.
Before we get into our top 5 or however many you guys decided to bring.
70.
70. Okay, Dave's got 70.
No.
All of them.
Dave's got 70 and they're all two-parters. Okay, so does anybody have quick fire honorable mentions they want to get out of the way? Ones that didn't make your list, personal.
The thing is that we're going to be talking about games that are definitively, as we know, coming out this year. There are plenty of games that don't have official release dates that we have an inkling are coming this year. For instance, the new Animal Crossing might be coming this year.
Correct.
The new Battletoads game might be coming this year.
Correct.
Streets of Rage 4. Streets of Rage 4, it might be this year.
Correct.
I had one that I was going to say.
Well, that's going to take out my entire list.
Last of Us. No, you keep your list, Dave.
All right.
Last of Us 2.
Gears 5. It's coming out this year sometime. It's
right because my list. I kept my list to games that have either been said 2019 or have an actual some sort of a release date. Right. But if you guys have ones that aren't guaranteed, but we have a good inkling it's this year, a la like we said, Death Stranding, Last of Us 2, or now I can't even think of the big Cyberpunk. If you think it's this year, that's fine. It's your list. It's your 76 games, Dave. Go.
Fine, Dave. Fallout Soldier 76. Go ahead and go first.
So we doing honorable mentions? Is that what we're doing? Just rapid fire?
Yeah, Dave, you got one that's not maybe not your top 5, but 6, 7.
All right, Dynamic Pulse. Thank you for the additional 5,000 bits.
Woo,
hey, dude!
All right,
thank you, Dynamic Pulse.
Holy crap!
Here's an honorable mention. Left Alive from Square Enix.
It looks cool.
Yeah, definitely looks cool. It's got that Metal Gear vibe, especially because they're using artwork from the artists from Metal Gear Solid.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see what direction this game goes in. And I'm also always on board for anything involving giant mechs, so sign me up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my honorable mention.
Just one?
Just one.
Well, okay, go on.
No, you got any others?
The other one's also a giant mech game. It's the Deus Cross Machina.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that one coming out on Switch. So
It's supposed to be this year, right?
It is this year.
For sure, right? Do we know like a for sure release date on that one?
We don't
I
have
can
a
Google
for
it.
sure release date
Okay.
yet. I believe sometime in the summer, like August-ish is what I've been hearing.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
It did look cool. I remember our reactions from E3 where we were pretty high on that one.
So Left Alive has like this like Metal Gear Solid vibe to it, and then this Deus I can't never remember the last part.
It's Daemon X Machina.
Daemon X Machina, thank you. This one has like this Zone of the Enders vibe. So the two best little mech games out there.
There you go.
Now we just need like a front mission spiritual successor, and we'll be all set.
Yeah.
And if some rumors are to be, this could be the year of the mech. Is if some rumors are to be true, there might be a Titanfall 3. Maybe.
I don't.
I doubt.
So.
I doubt.
I doubt that because they're working on the Star Wars game.
Right.
Yeah.
That might get canceled. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows?
Don't.
Who knows?
Don't
I
say
know,
that.
right?
That was on
At
my
this
list.
point,
That was on my list of
That's
winners
okay.
there.
That's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any other honorable mentions you want to go around? Dave, you got any others?
No, that's it. That's me.
Okay. Brad, any honorable mentions from you, sir?
Well, I have a couple, and it's just basically because I do not own an Xbox One. So I'm Battletoads is top of my list.
Yeah, dude.
On the honorable mentions, just because again I don't have I can't look forward to something I don't have.
Sure.
Cuphead 2. I played Cuphead 1 when I was at Midwest Gaming Classic last year, and that was the most twisted game I've ever played in my life.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's so hard to play, and I still enjoyed it. And the other honorable mention, I just had it right here. Dead or Alive 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
good one.
Yes, good one.
It's taken so long for them to bring this out. I mean, I cannot remember how long I've had the Dead or Alive the free downloadable on my PlayStation 4. I think ever since I got it, and I'm just thinking, oh, good, more Jubblies. You know, that's kind of the. But the fighting mechanism behind that, compared to Mortal Kombat, I really liked more. If Mortal Kombat had the fighting mechanics of Dead or Alive, Mortal Kombat would be my all-time favorite game ever.
Okay.
All right. Sweet. And as we played DOA 6 at EVO, I think we all kind of came out of that pretty positive. They had a online test recently. I didn't get a chance to play it, but people were responding well to it. So it's
all right. Yeah, it's
nice.
all right. It's still fun. Basically not a whole lot has changed since EVO. They kind of have like super-ish moves that are in the game. That's kind of the trend now since Street Fighter 4 came out in 2008 to make sure super moves are ingrained in everything. But from what I played, and I didn't play a whole lot, it was last weekend. But from what I played, it's a solid game. We'll see how it does.
I just hope the business model isn't the same as it was with 5 last round, because it was just all over the map. Like, here you buy separate characters, now buy these swimsuits, and now you go over here to do this, and then you got to go to the roadmap from here to over there, and you get this package, and you go over here and you grab this package. It's like, give me the bundle.
I lost them with the first package. I lost them.
Right. Yeah. press 1 for packages.
Actually, one other honorable mention is the new Intellivision. That's
sure.
Yeah.
Because of how they're marketing that, and how they're saying that games are not going to be anything over, $7 or $8. I don't know if you guys have played. Did you guys play that at EVO, or did they have it at EVO?
No, they didn't have it at EVO.
They didn't have it at EVO.
The Neo Geo though, that was nice.
Yeah,
nice. But they're saying, no, there's not going to be any buy-in upgrades. You don't have to no battle passes or summer passes or anything like that. So that was the other thing that was my other honorable mention. But it wasn't. So it's a system, but it's not a game. So
go, Jeff.
A question.
Okay. No, it's my turn. Starting out with Samurai Showdown. We got the trailer for they're basically rebooting Samurai Spirits and making it kind of like Street Fighter 4, which makes me excited because I like Street Fighter 4 a hell of a lot, and Samurai Showdown needs a good reboot. So I'm looking forward to that. As I mentioned earlier, Streets of Rage 4. I was stoked that that's even a thing. Cause I love Streets of Rage, and I'm way down to tap the same button over and over as I punch dudes in the face. Luigi's Mansion 3 is coming out, and as someone who really enjoyed the 3DS Luigi's Mansion, I want a proper console one of those. Skull and Bones. I want to see more of that from Ubisoft because it reminds me of like For Honor on the Seas, and I love For Honor. I still play For Honor, and I want that on the open ocean. So I look forward to that.
Good.
And of course, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which got announced at the Game Awards for the Switch. I will be all in on that when that comes out.
There you go.
Got a little while to wait, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go through quickly because we've mentioned quite a few of these. No order. Resident Evil 2 remake. All my honorable mentions.
Don't have to wait long for that.
No. Kingdom Hearts 3.
Or that.
Yeah.
Crackdown 3.
Or that.
Jedi Fallen Order.
There you go.
Devil May Cry 5. Dead or Alive 6. The Division 2. Luigi's Mansion 3, and Crash Team Racing.
So you want to name the rest of the games of the year?
I was going to say, half of the 2019 lineup is on your honorable mentions.
That's honorable mentions.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good year for you, man.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a good year for me. I got a lot of games that I'm really looking forward to this year. So what I did was I just wrote down all the games I could think of, and I looked up to see like if I missed anything, and I just had a tough time. Like my 4 and 5 slots really like altered a lot towards the end. So
all right, you altered beast. Do you want to
rawr.
You want to rise from your grave? Yeah. Do you want to start with your number 5 then, Justin?
Yeah, sure. I'll go. So my number 5, and there's no pun here or anything, but Gears 5 is my number 5.
All right.
As someone who kind of became more of an Xbox gamer when the original Xbox came out, and someone who has owns and has played through in order the Gears games. I did that right before 4, and then played through and beat 4 as well. The reason I'm excited for this is because it looks like they're taking a little bit of a different spin on Gears. As we notice, it's not called Gears of War 5, just Gears 5.
Sure.
Looks like the main protagonist of the game is going to be Kate. And for me, I don't know how I'm feeling about that yet, just because we're going away from the main characters that we kind of know and love. And even though, that's going to be a little different, I think it'll be interesting because we're going to get some new viewpoints. They're also kind of showing the logo with the ice, and I don't know what that will, kind of bring into it. I don't know that we've really had any. We had some snowy levels, but nothing that really kind of focused on that. So I don't know if that'll be anything.
Sure.
And if you played Gears 4, which is a really good game, this I hope will continue the story of where Kate and her character is going to go, because I don't want to do any spoilers, but she's obviously linked to the evil side. So I'll just say that. I'll just leave it at that. So Gears 5 is my number 5.
Are we writing these down somewhere?
We can.
In case it's like, looking forward to it, and then it sucked.
We can.
I wasn't planning on turning this one into a competition. No, we can do it.
What?
We can do it.
Everything
else we'll do it.
You're so competitive.
I know.
I blame you.
All right, hang on.
Dave just writes down. He writes all our names down, and then next to our numbers, he just writes question marks. That's his ones. He writes like all the games. Like I don't even remember what you guys put. I win.
Yep. All right, Brad, do you want to pick up a number 5 option for us?
Number 5, Anthem.
Okay.
I know absolutely nothing about it except what I've read, and I've seen the graphics, and I've seen how they're describing the game, and I'm looking for something a little bit different.
Okay.
I'd like to have something different, as opposed to playing the regular Overwatch or the Fortnite, Fortnite, or just or any of the other standard game, games that everybody's something different from Red Dead Redemption. I'm not saying Red Dead is bad. Red Dead is awesome, but I'm just looking for something different, and something off of something better than Destiny.
Okay.
Dave actually sold me on Destiny when we were standing in line in Ankeny. He says, "Dude, did you pre-order this?" "Yeah, I did, but I'm not sure about this game." "Dude, you got to get it. You got to get it."
I said that to you.
You said that to me. This was like This was
like
launch?
in 2014, but yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I was there for the midnight opening.
You like Destiny?
I did. I was
Destiny.
pumped for Destiny.
Yeah, I was too. I was really
Same.
excited, but after a while,
Destiny too. Okay, I like Destiny too.
After a while, I got bored with Destiny. So I'm not saying it's a bad game. I just got bored with it. So I just want something different.
Yeah,
so that's number 5, Anthem.
All right, Watchy
Man says his number 5 is something that only showed up on Jeff's honorable mentions, and that is the new Samurai Showdown.
Hell yeah!
Hey,
like he said, it's graphically it looks like Street Fighter 4, like a new version of Street Fighter 4. SNK has been on a roll. They are seriously committed to retaking the fighting game crown. King of Fighters 14 was awesome, although graphically subpar for the PS4 generation, but the stylized visuals of Samurai Showdown make up for it. I am pumped to see this series come back, and I cannot wait to see what they do with it. And I am going out on a limb, gentlemen and ladies watching. I'm going out on a limb and saying Samurai Showdown will be the best fighting game of 2019.
I will take that bet. Take that bet.
Okay, 2 things.
Based on who though, or based on what? Are we going off of the Game Awards, or
our Game
Metacritic, or ours, or
based off of what we all know and believe in our hearts?
Also, second, what happened to "It's Not a Competition"?
That changed. I told you. The moment Jeff laughed at me, or Justin laughed at me.
Round 1, fight.
I knew he's so competitive.
Yeah, I was like, I knew it would not end up not being competitive. All right, my number 5. I think it was mentioned earlier, but actually it makes sense. Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah.
I love this franchise. Loved it since the PS2 days, even though DMC2 was garbage. 3 was fantastic. 4 was fantastic. 3 was better than 4. Anyway, the rebooted DMC, recent DMC, was just so good. It really hit all the notes I wanted to, just mindless beat 'em up with just super stylized action. I cannot wait for DMC 5. And see where they take this story going forward. It looks tremendous. It plays just like I wanted a Devil May Cry game to play. I know Dave's on the Bayonetta bandwagon. I'm more of a DMC bandwagon because I grew up, on the PS2 with those games and loved those games, except for 2. And this character, Dante's one of my favorite gaming characters of all time. One of them. So I cannot wait for DMC 5.
It looks so good though.
It does. And that demo. Did you ever play that demo?
No, I didn't play it.
It's still out there, right? I imagine we still play demo.
I don't think so. I think it was only available for a limited time. There's a new demo that's coming out before the game launches, though.
Did I not see that it's only coming out for the Xbox One and the PC?
No, it's not.
It's not on everything.
I was looking at GameSpot.com, and they were saying it was just on. That's only coming out for Xbox One and PC. Released March 8th.
PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
And PS4? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
There's never. I've always told you guys about my opinion with horror games, and somebody told me that this is a horror game. It's not. This is just it's a nice little strategic game. Sometimes the puzzles are a little bit annoying, but Devil May Cry has absolutely everything I want in a game.
Yeah.
I think that's where Spider-Man got his combos. I think that's kind of where they got the combo bases from.
That was I gotta say that was from Batman.
Yeah, it was
from Batman.
But that also the soundtrack on DMC and what we're hearing on DMC 5 is going to be tremendous. So
agree.
Usually the music with DMC is usually spot on. So
always.
All right, Justin, hit your golf shot and hit 4.
All right, so 4 goes to a little game that does not have a release date, but has the 2019 just banner across it. And when we're talking about music, we're gonna go with none other than Doom Eternal.
Yes, God, this thing is so good.
Doom Eternal. I about lost everything when that game was announced at E3. I was just like, well, you know, we heard some rumblings, but it looks like so much fun. The grappling hook thing that you shoot out and you can use on enemies, and they're adding a different layer. The ability to, like, if Jeff's playing and Dave and I want to jump in and play as enemies that go against Jeff and take him on, or vice versa.
Take a BFG to the face.
It sounds like so much fun. And we don't even know everything about the game. We don't even know, other than the fact that it says 2019, we don't know, like, for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if they push it back, but who knows? That's all I'm hoping for, is that it's 2019 and I can get to play another fantastic first-person shooter in the Doom universe. And I can just imagine that the soundtrack is going to be phenomenal, because you got to imagine they're just going to pick up right where they left off with the last Doom.
Oh,
so.
totally.
Yes.
Totally. By the way, before we move on, Arrogant Baztord is our newest follower on Twitch. So welcome to the Game Tasty Show.
You ever have that beer? It's like it's called an Arrogant Bastard.
No, Dirty Bastard. The Scottish
Dirty
one?
Bastard.
No, there's an arrogant one.
I haven't had the arrogant one. I've had the dirty one.
Shit.
They're good.
Which is good.
All I know is Old Dirty.
They're good.
The only one I know of is Old Dirty.
ODB.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dirty is great. It's so good.
So Justin, your 4 is Doom Eternal.
Yes.
And tuning in, we're doing our top 5 games we were looking forward to in the year 2019. Brad Feingold from oldschoolgamermagazine.com. What's number 4, buddy?
Well, you guys really hosed up my list here by talking about some of the games already. So I'm going to change it to Serious Sam 4 Badass Planet Badass.
Oh, nice. Hey.
I have that was one of the beginning of the series. That was just one that was just a nice alternative to some of the classics. Classic games that you play. What was it? The Duke Nukems and everything. And the way that they're just going with the new angle on this one is, it just, again, just from the rumors that I hear, it's supposed to be good. I want to, it's like sticking with, if you like Skippy peanut butter, you stick with Skippy. So if you like Serious Sam, you stick with Serious Sam.
Sure.
Until it gets nutty, or until they put something stupid in, like jelly.
Now I'm fascinated as to whether or not in a blind taste test you can tell the difference between Skippy and Jiffy.
Uh-oh.
We'll do that in the next show. How's that?
We need to film like a Brad Feingold Skippy Jiffy taste test challenge.
All right.
Is that part of the feast feature?
We should do that. We should do that.
Skippy versus Jiff? Okay.
I am in. All right.
We should get like a third one, just like something that's completely off the rails.
Yeah, like Great Value or something.
Yeah, just to like be like, okay, we got
Peanut
3.
flavored butter.
We're not gonna tell you which one's which.
This is Walmart, isn't it?
Yeah, it's peanut
Great value.
flavored.
Yeah.
Peanut flavored butter consistency paste.
Paste.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh,
We're here every Tuesday talking about video games, and
I won't be.
You'll die of like a bowel hemorrhage or something. But at least if you need to like remortar part of your house, that'll work.
You're at Bacon.com.
Right in the
You'll
middle
die
of the
of
show.
a bowel.
Excuse me, folks. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Let's get super
Dave the Watchman.
Hey. Oh, I forgot.
For
What is
4.
my number 4?
Yeah, you should.
I gotta
Yeah.
turn a page.
Yeah, to the bank.
Oh. This one's a
Whoa.
question mark.
Oh.
This one is a
bit of a
question
beehive.
mark. This one's from a little master of our art known as Hideo Kojima. It's called Death Stranding.
Oh, it is.
Now, I know the big debate is, well, one of the big debates is, when is this game coming out? The other big debate is, what the hell is this game?
Yeah.
We have no idea.
But I think it's sooner than we think, because Kojima did not have to go out and build his own engine. He got the Decima engine from the Horizon Zero Dawn folks. He actually took the game over to show them what he had done, and they were very impressed, apparently. Of course, if if it wasn't that impressive, I can't imagine them going on record and saying, "Yeah, this game's not coming along
this
too
game's
well."
Trash.
Yeah.
Oops, it really blew it on this one. But whatever happens with this, hopefully Death Stranding is out in 2019. When it comes out, I have no doubt it's going to be weird, wonderful, freaky. I can't wait. Give me that unbridled Kojima.
Yeah, get him off the leash and see what Kojima in his element can do.
There's always a danger, though. When you take a developer like that off the leash, then you could end up with like a Devil's Third Itagaki situation where, you know,
too far.
Yeah, you end up with Devil's Third.
He's done gone too far.
Speaking of which, where is he?
You could end up with a Vince Russo WCW scenario, huh?
We haven't heard from Itagaki since Devil's Third.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah,
he's got to be floating out there.
I think that you were talking about how he took the game and showed it off. I know there's been a lot of social media posts from Hideo Kojima out there, like where he visited Remedy.
Yeah.
And I think he also showed 2 hours. There's like a thing that said like he showed off like 2 hours of footage. So I think you're onto something with it being not too far away.
Yeah. Plus, there was that Walmart Canada leak late in the year, which said, "Oh, this game's coming out in June."
A.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they said A at the end.
Nice. Because Canadians, though.
So it's official when they say A.
Yeah.
It is official.
That's like
if they don't
like
say
a
it,
seal of approval.
and if they don't say it, it's not official.
It's not officially Canadian. It's in that demilitarized zone between Minnesota and Canada. Woo. All right. I'm done.
Jeff?
Yeah.
What would be your number 4?
I could not segue that. I'm sorry. Number 4. I hope this game comes out this year. From what we saw at E3 last year, blew my freaking mind. Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh.
Yes.
This is the Sucker Punch, the infamous people. First of all, it looks gorgeous. Yes. I mean, a little lighting goes a long way, and it looks gorgeous. And I kind of love that feudal Japan era, and it's it's brutal, it's dirty, it's what I want. It's kind of like if I could make Dynasty Warriors and make it like my kind of game, I'd probably go this route and make it Ghost of Tsushima. I'm sure there's more to what we see, and I'm sure there's some like the ghost or like supernatural stuff to it. So I'm all in on this game, and I can't wait for it to come out. Hopefully, it's this year.
Yeah, I'm really hoping it's this year as well. And I didn't put it on my list, kind of spoiler there. That's only because I'm so unsure whether it's going to be this year or not. But if it is, it's an easy plug in my list. It looks so good. All 4 of us, I'm sure, are hype on this game and ready for it at the moment it comes out. So
I'll add an honorable mention real quick. Toe Jam and Earl.
That's a good honorable mention. Seriously though, Toe Jam and Earl is going to be one of the best indie games of the year.
For sure. Yeah.
No
it's a nice runaway.
This game is going to be big. Very big.
If you haven't been keeping track of this game or keeping up with it on like social media or anything, like you need to start because it's not that far away. It's really not. It's so close. First. Yes.
It's the new Binding of Isaac, basically.
The more that we support it, the more we're going to get out of it.
Yeah.
In the end, so.
Let's move on to number 3.
You've done 5 and 4. Justin, get your top 3. Here we go, man.
Absolutely. Number 3 goes by a little game called Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Oh yeah.
I wonder why.
Ori has a special place to me in more than one reason. But I'll put it this way: Ori and the Blind Forest is one of my favorite games of all time. I love that game to death. I love everything about that game. I love the art style. I love the music. I love the character design. The difficulty wasn't extremely hard. It is a Metroidvania style game, but it's so much fun when even though you do have to do some backtracking in certain spots, it's never feels too tedious. It also is not painfully difficult, where some people like Brad mentioned Cuphead earlier. Some people think Cuphead is painfully difficult. I don't feel that this game is painfully difficult, but it does you'll learn that like there's certain points where you can't go back. So like it's like, oh crap, it's like that old school feel where you have to do things before a certain point.
Sure.
But everything about this game, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, going forward, it looks to be absolutely phenomenal. It looks like it's going to look and run fantastic and use probably all of, if not most of, the damn teraflops on the Xbox One X. And I can only imagine I'll be in tears to the intro because I was in the old games, the first game. So
sure.
Ori's going to be great. I think Ori is going to be the first crossover game on the Switch.
I don't disagree with you there.
That would be good.
Yeah.
I think Ori would make a lot of sense to be a Switch title. It just is. It's a game that's built for a Nintendo handheld or Nintendo console in general.
Yeah.
The fact that it's even on the Xbox is not very Xbox-like, but I think it would be a great addition to the Switch lineup.
I'll throw that out to chat. What do you think of that idea? Would you like to see Ori on the Switch? If the rumors about Microsoft and Nintendo partnering up a little bit more are true, do you think it's going to be Ori as the first game, or do you think it's going to be like Sea of Thieves or something like that? Let us know in the chat if you're so inclined. All right, Jeff.
Does Ori make it in Smash?
No.
Nah, Minecraft Steve makes it into Smash.
Oh, yeah, Minecraft Steve's in there. Yeah. And maybe even Doom Guy.
I don't think Minecraft Steve is. I don't think so. Okay.
Okay. Brad.
Well, I kind of switched my order around here a little bit.
Wait.
So, what?
He switched.
And Dave sits there like a deer in headlights.
Yeah.
Not a problem. So I'm going to say Mortal Kombat 11.
Okay.
We've already talked about it. It's Mortal Kombat. How can you go wrong? I've owned every Mortal Kombat, not the outside franchise like Shaolin Monks or or just the side games, but just the actual series, of fighters themselves. This happens to. I don't have any fighters right now except for Street Fighter and Street Fighter V Arcade, and I'm impatiently waiting for MK11.
Okay.
Yep.
And it sounds like this is going to be not your typical MK game either, based on, if you look, obviously watching the reveal event as the things that Jeff and I had seen. I don't want to go too far into it or anything, but if you haven't already, watch the reveal stream that we did, and then also go out and check out some other content that's out there, because it's definitely going to be a different take on Mortal Kombat.
The fatalities that they showed so far are
so brutal.
They are gross.
They are gross.
I thought 10 was wrong.
It was. It is.
10 is like, compared to 11, 10 is like Sesame Street, and this is like Avenue Q. I mean, there's that's a theater thing for those who don't know. There's just two completely different levels of the fatalities now, and that's what I'm gonna like about it. Nothing wrong with a little blood and gore on your TV.
There is not.
Exactly. All right, my turn. Number 3.
Oh.
Wait, what about Dave?
Oh, Dave. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, I'll make it short and sweet. I'll make it short and sweet. Mortal Kombat 11 is my number 3 as well. For everything everybody has said, the game just looks awesome. I say Samurai is going to be a better fighting game, but come on. How do you say no to Mortal Kombat? There's so much content in a Mortal Kombat game. It's just like, it's packed full of stuff. There's going to be so much value to your gameplay dollar. It's going to be a fantastic game. I can't wait to see how it pans out.
And for you to say that, I feel like is a big deal. Because because you have mentioned that you're not necessarily the biggest NetherRealm fighting game fan. Now, you're not against them. You're right. So for you to say it, So for you to say that, I think speaks more volumes than what you'll probably hear Jeff or I even say.
Right.
Just because Jeff, we know, has the lore love and the love of the game, and he's already salivating at the mouth. However, So however, for you as a Street Fighter guy to say, I'm not really another realm like style guy, but this piques my interest, especially with some of the new techniques and the new, like they're kind of making it more Street Fighter-esque if you really deep dive into some of it. But for you to say that, I think that speaks volumes.
I'm ready. April, get here. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah.
When Dave gets impressed, that means pay attention.
Maybe they'll do Maybe they'll do Immortal Monday again.
He's a critic. I hope so. I will do one.
All right, Jeff Roth.
Number 3, to keep it in the theme, Crackdown 3. I am looking forward to this game because I'm a huge fan of the first 2 games. I love Terry Crews. It's just more mindless fun. I went back and played Crackdown 1 recently, and it's fun to go orb collecting and becoming a superhuman man or woman, just jumping from rooftops to rooftops, and it's just so much fun. And all this time they've been making this game, and the multiplayer stuff they're showing off, it all looks very interesting. Also, with Game Pass, you get it for free. So I'm looking forward to Crackdown 3 immensely.
All right.
Excuse me.
I think that's where your list is going to falter there, Jeff. I'm not.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
God, here comes #SuckItJeff all over again. I'm having
I got to
flashbacks.
turn this into a competition somehow.
He's turning into a competition.
That's right.
And then they hear the crickets.
Parameters.
You like this? It's gonna be crap. Okay,
So
Vince.
we'll have that. We'll have the peanut butter tasting. We'll have.
God.
There's a.
For those who just tuned in, they're like, "What?"
I did come up with a bonus question as well for the very end.
Oh boy.
So why is my list faltering here?
Well, I just don't think Crackdown 3 is going to end up being that good.
All right then.
Okay.
Well, because you had mentioned Crackdown 3. You thought we went in off camera. We were talking. You said something about it being like a Metacritic, like 70-some.
Yeah.
And being,
I can still look
which is
forward
still
to it.
a 7 out of 10 is still a pretty good game. It's just we look, when you play 10s, it's tough, but a 7 out of 10 is still a good game. And I think
clear, we're not.
I think it's going to be
5 best games of the year. We're picking games you're looking forward to.
That is true.
This
Most
is true,
anticipated.
Yeah. So #SuckItDave.
I don't think we can continue the show. So for all of us here, Nerd.
By the way, just want to give a shout out to D Extreme out in the UK where it is 3 a.m. right now.
Wow.
But he's the newest Baconeer watching on Mixer. Thank you so much. I think he's off to bed. Well deserved. But thanks so much for the follow and for checking us out. We really appreciate it.
Very cool. Justin's number 2.
Yes. My number 1 and 2 actually changed today.
Oh.
So my number 2 is going to be a little game coming out next month, and that would be Anthem. So as someone who was hyped for vanilla Destiny and fell off because I didn't get into it, I'm looking for something to fill that void that I currently don't have.
Sure.
For me, everything I'm seeing of Anthem, again, another game where Dave played the alpha and was like, it was fun to play. Like, it wasn't a lot there right at that point, but with all the coverage it's getting now, and I'm looking into it, I'm like, man, it looks like it's going to be so much fun. And the potential I feel it has to get the 3 or the 4 of us together and play together piques my interest more than a Destiny or even an Overwatch.
Sure.
I know it says a lot, but I think Anthem has the potential to actually be kind of a surprise, especially with the way BioWare and EA have faltered over the last year or two.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could see a resurgence of BioWare, but I do think this is also kind of like BioWare's last chance to get back on good graces as well. So I think it's going to be a good game, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm really excited. I did just pre-order the game, so I'm really looking forward to it, and hope that I'm not off my rocker. So
I feel like the public is really torn as far as whether they're looking more forward to ripping it apart or giving it a bunch of praise and saying BioWare is saved.
Which is saying something, because anything with EA on it, people want to rip immediately. When it's Battlefield 5, Battlefront 2, if it says EA, rip it. But here, they're actually giving it a chance, which interests me.
It does, and the people that have played it seem to enjoy it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if since I pre-ordered it at I got an actual like brick and mortar store, if I'm gonna get to be able to be in this VIP demo that's getting ready to start like this weekend, I think. And then the weekend, and I don't know, and I'm not. It's fine if I'm not. But the weekend after, I think it's an open beta for everyone. So keep your eyes peeled for that if you haven't already.
All right, we got about 7 minutes left here. So,
all right, Brad, number 2.
Number 2, I'm not even going to mention Devil May Cry because we've already talked so much about it. So, but I'm going to mention Metroid Prime 4.
Sure.
Okay.
Don't mention that one.
Don't do it.
Do it. Metroid
Prime.
Look, here's the thing. I never liked the Metroid series. I'm not saying it again. When I say these things, I do clarify if I like them or not. No, I'm just saying it's to the level of difficulty I have is what I'm saying. But I backed up and I actually played Metroid, the first Prime, and I was really enjoying it. Yep. And so I have not had a chance to play the others, but I just want to jump to 4. I've got the Switch. It's a perfect time to play it. My only concern is that with the new Switch being announced, are we going to run into problems with the Switches? With the Switch not being able to, I don't want to use the term compatibility, but if there's going to be issues, software issues or whatever between the systems. But I know it's kind of a weird one to mention for on the list, but
not at all.
Not at all.
It's just like he almost got up on walked away, and like everyone's rolling their eyes. I'm like, they're like texting each other, "Don't ever let this guy on the show
but
again."
You'd say you didn't like Metroid. People don't like Metroid. Get out.
But by the way, just backing up, did you know Mortal Kombat? Well, you guys know, but for those who don't know, Mortal Kombat is also coming out for the Switch.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that really makes me happy, is because as much as I love my PlayStation 4, I love taking my games with me now.
Sure.
That's the intriguing part about the Switch.
Yes. The point of the Switch. Yeah.
I apologize for everybody for when I first said I thought the Switch was the dumbest idea. But I gave it a chance. I really did, and I love it. So
there you go.
The Nintendo gods have forgiven you.
Yes. I hope so.
Yeah. All right, Dave, number 2.
Number 2 for me, Ghosts of Tsushima. How do you not want to live in this beautiful world as presented by Sucker Punch? How do you not want to live that samurai lifestyle? Get in all of those sword fights, walk amongst the wheat, blowing in the breeze at the sunset. I want to do that. That's all I want to do with my life. In fact, Lauren, get me my sword. I'm going to be a samurai when I grow up.
Where's the music when he's talking like this?
Yeah,
I'll put it in post.
Music.
What's funny is I'm sure she knows exactly where your sword is.
Yeah.
And what's funny is I'm sure she's rolling her eyes going, what a geek.
Yep, exactly.
And she said yes to that.
Yep.
I liked how when you said it, she just peeked a little bit. Lauren, get me my sword. She just peeked over like, oh, did he do that?
Oh, boy.
On next week, she'll be rolling. She'll be on the camera.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right, Justin, we're at that moment. Okay, it's me. Sorry.
You, number 2, and yeah, go ahead, Dave or Jeff.
God bless it. My name is Jeff.
Yes,
Hi, Jeff.
Justin, I'm in agreement with you, man, with Anthem. I am so looking forward to Anthem. Again, I have EA Origin Access Premier on the PC, so I'll be getting it for no extra charge and get the super duper version. But as somebody who likes Destiny a whole lot still, it's that with giant mechs and a BioWare storyline, I'm in. I'm plus matchmaking anywhere. They tweeted out saying you can do matchmaking for any activity, anywhere you are, you can matchmake. So it's open as open can be. So I cannot wait for Anthem.
It'll be interesting to see if it's as open can be. If they'll finally, like we're seeing the trend of games that become, cross-play between the systems. If this will be something that they'll allow that, because it is a third-person shooter or third-person game. So it'll be interesting to see that.
Looks gorgeous too.
Gentlemen, this is it. Number 1 most anticipated game of 2019. There were no other games more anticipated than the titles that are about to come forth from our mouths. I just want to throw that out there before we introduce.
Okay.
I'm trying to write down my guesses here.
We do need some music for the show sometimes. You know?
Yeah, I think that you guys both mentioned Ghost of Tsushima. I just want to let you guys know that if that game comes out on this list, or it comes out this year, I will literally be like, you guys were right, like, because I totally didn't put that on here. But my number one game of 2019, most anticipated for me personally, is Mortal Kombat 11.
Whoa.
Mortal Kombat 11 is, for someone who wasn't necessarily like as ingrained in the fighting game community as, say, Jeff and Dave, I don't want to say they've created a monster, but I have played more fighting games from August 2018 to today. I play a fighting game almost on a daily basis, whether it's my arcade 1-up machine or I throw in Street Fighter 4 real quick and play like 5 minutes on my lunch. You know, I cannot tell you guys how much I am looking forward to Mortal Kombat 11, more than saying this. I have watched more footage on this game than I have any other game in recent memory. I have watched so much footage. I'm just picking apart, like, okay, you guys go back to last year when I was really picking apart a lot of the MLB stuff. Like, I'm almost doing that for this. I'm going through and I'm just finding out what's going to be different, how we can talk about it, and kind of preparing myself. I cannot wait for April. In fact, I can't even wait for the end of the month with the Combat Cast.
Yeah.
Well, we get to see another character. Well, at least we know Cabal's probably going to
see Cabal
on there, right?
Maybe somebody else.
Yeah, I am so stoked for this game.
Yep. All right, Brad. You're most excited for, most won for.
Before I do that, I would like to say on the Mortal Kombat, one thing I would really like to see in Mortal Kombat 11 or anything in the future is, I think they did it, I can't remember which one they did, was a Mortal Kombat that has every solitary character ever made. Okay. Basically like Smash Brothers.
That was basically Armageddon was kind of that.
Yeah.
Kind of the hard reset.
I would love to see that again. But anyway, that's probably a lot of programming.
Yep.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, there was a slight movie came out, many years ago. Yeah, let's talk about Star Wars.
A game got canceled.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on! Breaking news: EA just announced.
I don't, just from the storyline that I heard of where they're going to put this, where they're going to place the story.
Yes.
That's what I want to hear, or that's what I want to see, and that's what I want to play. I just don't know what they're going to do with it. I've been trying to. I actually got hit with a clickbait when somebody sent me a link for actual or like game trailer footage for the new Star Wars. I was like, okay, I'll try it. So sucker. It was just some kid dancing and singing to Star Wars, but I digress. But the point is that it's the storyline behind it. It's what I really want out of a game.
Okay.
It sounds like they're going to do something different from what we've seen in the past. So, fingers, all toes, cross, please. Can we have it this year, please?
You got it.
Yes.
That's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yes. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Sorry.
Brad, not to mention the team that's behind that game.
Oh, Respawn Entertainment.
I agree with you 100%. A few years ago, I wrote an article about like my top 5 dream announcements, like my top 5 dream games that I wanted. One of them was a Star Wars game. Yes. And in my scenario, this is an open world Star Wars game, and it's set between episode 3 and 4, and you play as Darth Vader hunting down the Jedi who survived Order 66. What's Respawn's game? It's set between episode 3 and 4. You play as somebody going around hunting down Jedi who survived Order 66. The question is this open world or not? And do you play it as an original character, which I really hope it's not, or is the big surprise for the reveal you're actually playing as Darth Vader. I'm so close to having a meltdown.
Or if it's a choice.
I'm so close to having a meltdown over this game because it's so close to like the dream scenario that I've always wanted out of a Star Wars game. And if it doesn't end up being that, EA, you schmucks, make that game. Make freaking Star Wars GTA where you're playing as Darth Vader. It will print money. It can't go wrong. You would have to try to mess it up Anyway.
Like Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Or exactly. tell people to not buy our game.
Right. You'd have to try to mess it up. But anyway, I agree with you, Brad. That Star Wars Jedi Order is so close to my dream Star Wars game.
Yeah. It says the game will star a young Jedi Padawan. So
screw that.
Named Anakin Skywalker.
But maybe that's just the storyline. Kind of like what they did for Battlefront 2. Is they actually gave you a storyline, and then you can play online.
Or again, the Force Awakens, you start as Darth Vader on Kashyyyk and end up being a Star Killer.
Yeah,
you can switch characters.
We'll see.
Anyway, Dave, get your ones out.
All right. My one is so solid for this game, Bayonetta 3.
Woo!
You knew that was coming, right?
I did.
You knew it was
coming. If it wasn't Bayonetta 3, I figured you'd go with the Star Wars one. I had a feeling it was going to be one of the two.
How do you say no to the great... I love Bayonetta more than I love Devil May Cry. I like the cheesiness of the game. I love the cheesiness of the character of Bayonetta. I love the action of the game. I just love every single aspect of the two Bayonetta games, and I'm so excited that there's a third one coming out, and I cannot wait. I know we've only seen just a snippet teaser back in 2017 for this game, but it doesn't matter. The fact is this game exists. This game is happening, and we have to see a little bit of it this year. And God willing, this game will be out this year. So Bayonetta 3, baby, come to Papa. I'm waiting for you right here. Number one most anticipated game from the Watchmen.
I think I saw Larenchka also roll her eyes back in the back of her head.
She's well aware of my love for Bayonetta.
Uh-huh.
She just nodded. Yep.
Yep. There you go. That's good.
Slight nod there.
I can't see it. So.
All right. Do I get to go one now?
Yes.
Go.
Sure.
It's pretty obvious at this point. Mortal Kombat 11.
Whoa.
Full stop. I think Justin mentioned earlier. I am a MK lore nerd, and everything I saw is the reveal and all the press that got a hands on it, who came out of it with positive, glowing, experiences. I'm in. I'm all the way in on this. Cannot wait.
All right.
Okay.
Simply
we talk about it to death. Like, what more can I say about it? It's Mortal Kombat. It's a better Mortal Kombat. It's Mortal freaking Kombat, and it's me. I'm in.
The thing is, we're just picking from the list of games that we already know are coming out in 2019. Sure. There's still a lot that has not been announced yet.
Yeah, there's still stuff that they're still thinking of. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
like what if?
Yeah,
it's gonna.
What
be
if the Pokemon 2019 actually comes out this year? Like, I'm not saying it will, but like, what if you see that, or another Zelda title? Which again, I'm not saying we're gonna see, or God knows what else. So
if we get a new Rival Schools, that would be up my list too. Like, it's.
Here is the bonus question for 2019.
Okay. All right,
gentlemen. The bonus question is: how many different Soulja Boy consoles will be introduced this year?
Well, he's got 2 now, right?
I'm gonna say 6.
Didn't both his consoles get canceled?
Well, he's got to keep going till they stick.
Mm.
He's a Soulja Boy. He gonna soldier on.
Tell him.
He's a Superman.
I don't even know. I don't even know how to answer this question.
I need a figure. How many Soulja Boy consoles will be introduced?
Should we go over under 5?
Is this like how many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop?
It is. Exactly.
It is.
The world may never know.
Right. I'm waiting for the Soulja Switch.
How many we had between January 1st and today?
I think he had
1
2 or 3.
Oh, he had the place, or didn't he have the one that looked like the Vita?
Yeah. He's innovating. He's innovating so much.
2019 is shaping to be a good year. Maybe not with that part of it, but 2019 is going to be an exciting year for gaming. I mean, like I said, this weekend, Resident Evil 2 comes out. Next week, here on the show, we'll discuss RE2 and also a little game called Kingdom Hearts 3, which will release in Japan on Friday and worldwide next Tuesday. And Lorenchka back there will take time out of her day of making fun of Dave to chat with us about her love of the Kingdom Hearts franchise.
Yeah, actually, I think she's gonna do the world premiere stream.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She heard that. She heard that.
She heard that one.
I got my pre-order to be playing that as well, but I also have
it's a much different reaction than the Bayonetta reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was arms up. Woo, Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
All right, Brad, what's happening at Old School Gamer before we go?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we have I think we're working on a new issue right now, and I believe it's not set in stone, but I believe we are working and talking about simulators.
Oh,
the old simulators.
Okay,
that's about all I can say. I guess a couple other quick world things, and you know, I know you guys have talked about this before, but again, I haven't talked to you since then. Arcade 1UP. Yeah. Something lit a fire underneath them because they're exploding now. They've got 4, possibly 5 new systems or 5 new machines coming out.
Yep, and we want all of them.
The Space Invaders, the Mortal Kombat, the Mortal Kombat. It's got Mortal Kombat 2, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Correct.
Yep.
There's the Golden Tee. Golden Tee. Come on.
Yeah.
Karate Champ.
Yep.
And Final Fight, but actually there was a 6th one I was told about, or I've been peeking on the internet. Can I say it?
Say it.
Sure.
He's on fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
NBA Jam.
Yeah.
They were showing that at they were at CES.
They were at CES. There was a picture. There was a picture that somebody was able to snag of the inside of the booth, and there was an NBA Jam machine inside. However, you know, I think all they've said is that the Wave 2 systems are going to start next month in February and release throughout the year. Mortal Kombat won't be till September, however. Yeah. But there's going to be more announcements throughout the year, including E3. So.
But and so I mean, I know that was I'm just hearing rumors about that last one. But I did see photos somewhere about cocktail versions now.
Yes.
That's and they also have like stools actual stools you can get made that have the names of the games on them while you sit on them. But that's really cool for retro or in the retro world. What was it, about a week and a half ago? Billy Mitchell flipped the Pac-Man again, and that was actually live on Twitch.
Oh.
He walked us through that and showed us exactly how he did it. So see what lots of stuff happening in the retro world. SNK released a new 40th anniversary for the Switch.
Yep.
It's got tons of games in it. Atari released 150 games onto one Switch cartridge with the greatest hits.
Yep.
And the Namco version, Namco collection, still rocks.
Nice.
So I can't stop playing that in the retro world. So coming up show wise, there's a few shows. There's Midwest Gaming Convention. I believe that's in April. Retro Expo is coming up in March. You did this to me last time. I didn't have any of the calendar stuff with me. You need to prep me for this more often.
That's just the expectation.
Well, right, you know, and hopefully, you know, for Midwest Expo, even though it's on Tuesday, you know, your show's on Tuesday, maybe there, but that's kind of what's going on in the retro world.
Actually, that would be awesome if there's a way that you can Skype in from the Midwest Expo. That would be perfect.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna Skype from the operating room tonight, which for those who don't know, it's It's a barcade over here in West Des Moines, Iowa. It's really nice. They have the cleanest pinball machines. They just got the new Beatles pinball machine, and they also got the new Houdini pinball machine.
Ooh, they are the only barcade or arcade in the state of Iowa that has the new Halo arcade machine as well.
Right. Because they're the only barcade that can fit
the new Halo.
Well, to counteract that, on Friday, Up Down is opening up the second floor of their place. So that's this Friday.
Do you have any idea what games are going to be added to the space?
I got nothing. They're closed now for construction, but they'll open up again on Friday night with the second floor. So we might have an excursion, Dave.
I think we might. Jeff, it is a date. Boom.
Mandated mandate.
I don't think Lauren's going to like
that. She's fine. Should we take her on home, boys?
Let's do it.
All right. Again, Brad's over at one of the contributing members over at oldschoolgamermagazine.com. You can find out how to get a free version or a printed physical copy of their magazines delivered to your front door. Also through Patreon as well. And for all of us, you can find me on Twitter at Jeff Roth. I post my question of the week. This week will be, what is your most anticipated game of 2019? So vote on my Twitter page.
There you go.
Also find me at twitch.tv/Jeff Roth as well for the latest in streaming goodness. I might stream some Tekken tonight. It's Tuesday, so it might be Tekken Tuesday. Justin.
You can find me at Level Up Justin on Instagram, on Twitter, and really I have profiles on like Twitch and Mixer. I'm actually in discussions with figuring out a scheduling stream schedule so I can get back on track into getting some content out there for us. Otherwise, follow me at nerdbacon.com. Utilize the Facebook page, Nerdbacon, Nerdbacon Twitter. Anywhere that has Nerdbacon is kind of where I'm at.
Dave the Watchman.
You can find me on Twitter at Dave the Watchman. Otherwise, make sure you follow us at nerd_bacon on Twitter. Check out nerdbacon.com. I've got a couple of big articles up there, including my 2019 predictions article, which just went live. You're not going to want to miss that.
Very good.
It's very good.
It's almost 2020, so about damn time.
I know, it was time, right? But yeah, that is it for me. Keep gaming tasty. Next week, live Kingdom Hearts 3 with our reactions. Oh my goodness.
I'm excited.
It's actually happening.
I'm very genuinely excited for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Thank you to everyone who joined us. Thank you for the awesome raid that occurred.
And really bits and everything.
Thank you to all the new followers and everything. We hope that you come back and check us out. Again, we're the Game Tasty Show. We're on every Tuesday night at 8 Central, 9 Eastern, right here on twitch.tv/nerdbacon. So check us out. We love chatting with you during the show. Give us ideas for show topics. We'll probably do it. But for all of us here at the Game Tasty Show, I'm Dave the Watchman.
I'm Jeff Roth.
I'm Level Up Justin.
And I'm Brad Feingold.
That's Crow T Robot. There it is.
Always, now and forever, make sure you continue to game tasty. Good night, everybody.